We are here live. It is Thursday. Is it Thursday? It's Thursday. Here from the Idea Performing Arts Center on the Camden Waterfront in the BB&T Pavilion. It is going to be another amazing show. I am so happy that all of you are out there and you are watching. The response from this week's premiere of all of these shows has been absolutely wonderful, and we're celebrating with this Thursday because it's National Coffee Day. It is National Coffee Day, so make sure that you join me every morning with your fresh cup of coffee, and you know I will have a semi-large cup for you as well. So it's been wonderful. We've been here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now Thursday. Our first week is going absolutely well. Doesn't everybody think so? Absolutely well. Yep. Our crew is definitely in the groove. I'm excited. We have a number of different guests that are coming up. We are booked all through next week and all of October. More bookings are coming in November. We're so super excited. So thank you very much for everybody who's been reaching out to us and wanting to be part of the program. Again, like I had told you many, many times, and I'll reiterate it every single day, this show provides you with your daily dose of lifestyle news as well as celebrates the entrepreneurial spirit. So for us, it is imperative that we focus on the drive and the dream every single day. Those individuals that are out there that are doing things, that are really following their hearts, following their souls in order to reach their goals and objectives. We want to provide them with a stage in order to share all of their amazing stories. And we want to be able to provide them with any advice that we possibly could to be able to help them get to their dreams. So with that being said, today's theme and what I'm going to be talking a little bit about today before our amazing guest comes on is really about not only doing for yourself, but doing for others, and how that really affects how you become a stronger human being and how you even work towards your own goals. I think for so long, especially for me personally, I've been an entrepreneur, like I had said, for years, and really focused on my own career, focused on what I wanted to do, focused on how I was going to get from point A to point B, and then C, D, E, and F, etc. And I wasn't really in the art or practicing the art of giving. I really wasn't. I considered myself a for-profit organization, and I needed to focus on building my own business and building my own network and focusing internally versus what I basically have seen externally, and really focusing on the other people and the other organizations, groups, and individuals that may need my help or that I could partner with. And what I really want to stress today, underneath the umbrella of the entrepreneurial spirit, is focusing not only on yourself, not only on your dream, but often if you focus on the dreams of others, if you're conscious of what others want, and you're able to truly help them reach their goals, you'll find that oftentimes your goals actually become closer, able to reach them in an easier way. It was really hard for me. I mean, I would literally say within the last year and a half, I've gotten more involved with nonprofit organizations. I've gotten more committed to my community, more vocal about things that mean a lot to me personally, as opposed to just going through the motions of business. And it's hard, again, when you have that entrepreneurial spirit, if you're a busy mom, if you're a busy professional, it's very hard to step out of that box, look at others in need and say, you know what? I can donate $1. I can donate 20 minutes. I can donate an afternoon. I can teach a class. I can coach a team. It's very hard for you to be able to look at your life and be able to fit in others, not necessarily your immediate family or your children. I'm talking about organizations that may need your assistance. I'm talking about groups or committees that you could join. It's hard with how busy we all are, right, on a day-to-day basis. You wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I wake up a little bit earlier. You wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. You get your day started. You don't even think between family and kids and work that you can fit in anything else. But if I promise you, and this has happened to me within the last year, being able to fit in, even more so, commit to things that are truly for the betterment of my community, for the betterment of my community of This Is It TV, for the betterment of particular individuals or groups, stepping outside of my own chaos and understanding that there are people out there that need what you have and things in which you can spare. $1, 50 cents makes a huge difference when you're fundraising for larger, bigger, and better things. And for groups and organizations that are trying to make a difference, that are working towards making a difference every single day, if more often those that have our heads down, those that are committed to our own dreams and goals, lift our heads up and say, what can I do to help? How can I get involved? What can I offer you? And I'm not asking you to break a sweat. I'm not asking you to go into debt for someone else's dream. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that sometimes there's enough fruit on the vine to be able to have you share it. And when you begin to share, when you begin to make that a practice of your life, beautiful things can happen. In the very short time that I've been more active, I'm on the board for the Griffin Gives Foundation. All of you know Tracy out there. And now I'm really, really involved, and I'm super, super excited about my involvement here at the Idea Performing Arts Center. We're going to be talking to Cynthia Primas, who is the founder and the executive director, and we're going to be talking about the things that we have going on. But whether it's Griffin Gives or Idea, there is something else out there that touches you. You know, I'm of course going to encourage you to get involved in the organizations in which we support here at This Is It TV. And there's not a limited time or organizations that we could help support out there. So if you have an organization that needs some help, or if you're looking to be able to take a group to the next level and you think that we can assist you in doing so, or if you have a story to tell about the reason why your organization was created, you have a seat here at This Is It TV. But it's about taking that necessary time. It's about taking a step back of your life and saying, not only what can I get from everyone, but what can I also contribute? What can I put into action? And it doesn't always have to be money. It can be time. You can volunteer your time. Well, I think a lot of us would love to say, I have no time, and believe me, I am guilty of that. I am so busy. I am the busiest person in the world. But if you really manage your time, if you look at your day, and you prioritize your giving, you will definitely have time in order to look to the right or look to the left and say, how can I help? And oftentimes these organizations or these causes aren't looking for you to write a check with a comma in it. It's not necessary. $1 will do, or just an hour will do, a half hour will do, 15 minutes will do. Sharing, liking, fanning a message on your social media platforms costs you nothing and can be done in seconds. That will make a difference. That will open your eyes and the eyes of those in your community to things that really matter. Now, I'm not saying that your business doesn't matter, and God knows I need you to scream your dreams. And you know that that's my personal mission. But there are some missions that are out there. There are some nonprofits that are out there. There are some organizations and groups that need our help. Not just your help, not just your friend and your neighbors, our help, the whole This Is It TV community. So if you have something in your life that you're passionate about, if you have an organization that calls to you, if your child is involved in something, the limited time that you have, believe me, I get it. From the moment I get up at 5 o'clock to the time that I lay my head on the pillow in the evening, I am running. But during that time, I have now dedicated my life to helping these two nonprofit organizations. Idea Performing Arts Center has opened their doors to us here. I could not be more grateful for the partnership that we've been able to form. I could not be more grateful for us being a program underneath their umbrella. And that's me taking the time to say, let me go down and meet Cynthia. It was a beautiful and seamless referral from a friend. I know this really great lady. It'd be a really great opportunity for you to meet her. And from that, all of this stemmed. So being able to lift my head up, if I had said, oh, I'm too busy, I can't go, I don't have time, I can't help this person, I can't do it, none of this would have happened. So to be able to really focus on your business, I say absolutely, I say go for it. And I'm gonna preach that every single day. And the commitment you need to have to your brand and your personal mission, absolutely. But there are other missions that are out there. There are other people that need your help, and a brief moment in time could change the path of an organization, but truly change what you're meant to do. I'm excited. I'm excited about all of the things that I'm involved in, that This Is It TV is involved in, that my crew's involved in. We are going to make things happen. We are no longer going to march in place. We are moving forward, and we are helping and contributing in a positive way. And I want you all to do the same. No more, we have no time, I have no time. And I understand that money may be limited, believe me, I get it. So it's not necessarily just a financial commitment that I'm asking or encouraging you to do. How can you volunteer at your local school? How can you coach? How can you create a clinic? How could you do a workshop? To be able to teach based on the skills God gave you, how can you contribute? This show today is about that contribution. It's about those that are doing amazing things and how we can really share that information. So if you, again, are working with a nonprofit organization or you are working for a cause and you need a place in order to scream your dream, there's a seat open for you here at This Is It TV. Now we are going to transition to my amazing guest. She's my girl. She's my girl. Cynthia Primas is going to come join me. Yes, my darling. How are you?
Hi.
So good to see you.
Darling.
Oh my goodness. I love you, love you, love you.
How are you? I almost missed my cue, the monologue. Your monologue was incredible.
I can talk forever, Cynthia. You know that. You know that.
I know.
She's learning.
Yeah, she really can.
I'm excited. And it was that chance meeting, right?
Yes.
It was come down and see. Cherie, my girl, I love you. Come down, meet Cynthia. I have another project, blah, 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 blah. And from that chance.
Everything just fell into place.
It just fell into place.
It looks like my living room, doesn't
Right.
it?
Welcome. We want to make sure you're comfortable, but it is her living room. It could not be any more your living room.
We're right here at the
Yes.
Idea Performing Arts. And what I really like about this is that it's streaming, which
Yes.
means that you can see it real time, but at the same time,
Yes.
people from all over the country can see
All
this.
over the
I have my
country.
girlfriends from Bermuda and
see?
my Forever Young, chat group and my
Yes.
family and friends, and so
There's no limits.
No, it's not.
No boundaries. But you also have no boundaries, my friends. No boundaries. So this is the 20th year for Idea.
Yes,
The
20 years.
20th year.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
where did this all stem from? Where did the concept stem from? Tell me.
Well, when I was in graduate school in 1989 at Temple, which you're a professor at,
Yes.
we know that you teach at
Yes.
Temple University in Media Arts.
Yes.
There was a woman by the name of Portia Spur who
Okay.
founded Please Touch Museum in Philadelphia.
Wow. of
And
course.
she hired me to be a part of this program that was funded by the Pew Charitable Trust in Philadelphia. And it was a 5-year program to look at cultural pluralism in the mainstream museums and the arts organizations in the city of Philadelphia.
Wow, okay.
And in that 5 years, she became a mentor to me.
Wow.
And she was the one who actually encouraged me to start my nonprofit.
Wow.
And she's, through those years, I see her from time to time, and I call her up, and it's like, am I crazy?
What did I get myself involved
into? But it's been an amazing journey, an amazing journey.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So explain to everybody what IDEA stands for.
Okay, so IDEA, the acronym for IDEA is Institute for the Development of Education in the Arts.
Wow.
It's a creative learning organization. We actually create opportunities for young people throughout South Jersey to be inspired and empowered by arts education. And so what we do is we supply tools and strategies for these young people to learn in real time. It's project-based. It gives them an opportunity to actually create something. And that in and of itself uplifts the the self-esteem and the fear and the ability to see their potential. So kids have done documentaries, movies. They've created concerts and played in front of different jazz, well-known jazz or world-renowned jazz musicians at the Chicken Beach Jazz Festival.
Henrietta. Hello, Henrietta. I see you. I see you. Oh my God, such a small world. But go ahead.
And they've produced, the opportunity to utilize the arts in visual, arts and dance and theater, gives them the opportunity to be behind the scenes in different productions. And when a child or someone who is young actually sees something produced that they've done, it gives them that courage to, and the talent. I'm here because of the kids in Camden. That's the only reason why I'm here, that I would have taken this you know, 20 years of my life
20 years.
and dedicated it is because of the kids in Camden.
Wow.
And I have seen some amazing talent, some amazing children, you know, youth that have grown up in the city,
Right.
and that, you know, we get the bad press because
Yeah.
we're from Camden.
Right.
But let me tell you, you know, some incredible children in this city,
Oh
you know,
my
and they're the ones who get the bad press about, you know, all
Yes.
of the killings that are going
course.
on.
Of course.
But no, it's amazing. The kids
Right.
that I have, you know, mentored and helped through these years
Yeah.
is really what keeps me going.
And I think that that's so important. And I think it's about the youth. It's about making sure that they, we talked a little bit before earlier as well about people who don't know what they don't know, but introducing them to programs, letting them see that there is nothing. And then from that nothing becomes something. And you were such an integral part in making that. You know, whether it's a live stage performance, whether it's graphic design, whether it's producing, directing, and acting within or participating within a documentary.
Yes.
And having the resources to be able to do that and be able to provide that with ongoing classes and workshops, I think is just amazing. So over those 20 years, do you think that it has evolved? I mean, it's had to, right?
Over those 20 years, when you have a nonprofit like
Yeah.
this, you know, it really fluctuates. It
Yeah.
goes into different phases.
Yeah.
You know, the amazing part about, you know, the different phases
Yeah.
that we go to, as I, you know, began to have the opportunity, we moved here in 2008.
Okay.
At the,
Okay.
in the Black Box Theater in the
Okay.
BB&T Pavilion. It was first the Sony
Yeah.
Blockbuster, then the Tweeter, then the
Susquehanna.
Susquehanna Bank Center, and
Fair
now it's
enough.
the BB&T.
Right.
But you know, when we moved here,
Yeah.
we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know, this nonprofit. You know, our mission, of course, is to use it for
Yeah.
healing and change.
Right.
But now we have a performing arts center.
Right.
You know, it's a business. It is a
Yes.
business. And so the challenge of running this business,
Right.
And at the same time, 2008 with the
Yeah,
the
the
whole
economy
economy
the way that it was.
tanking, all of that, but still trying to uplift and keep
Yeah.
the mission alive,
Yeah.
has been the biggest struggle,
Yeah.
I think, in my life.
Yes.
And at the same time, it's been the biggest joy.
Right. That
Because
balance between the both, right? You know?
Absolutely. But I always, and I hear you as you do your show, you know, that ability to persevere
Yeah.
and stay there and
course.
keep, stay the
Yes.
course and keep going. But this phase now, is really, I'm so appreciative of you coming here. I think,
you.
as now my
Yeah.
marketing director,
Yes, she stuck
is
with
what
me.
we've needed for this
Yes.
Performing Arts Center all
Yes,
along.
yes.
And I think, I'm really excited about the future in terms of what we're doing. This opportunity, this TV show,
Yeah.
allows you to have some of our students
Yes.
behind the scenes, like Taquan Allen,
Yeah.
who is a
Has saved my life.
Yeah, oh,
has
absolutely.
saved my life. And again, this
Amazing.
chance scenario.
Yes.
I'm gonna come
Yes.
in. Let's talk about. Who do you have? Oh, can you meet this young man? No problem. And has changed my life. Has changed my life. And I think, and you have changed my
amazing.
life. And I think that these are the types of things that I was talking about. Where, again, if I was solely focused on keeping my head down and I need, as opposed to what can I do for you? What can I do for you? How can I help you? How can I be able to bring whatever it is that's God given? How can I bring that to the table to help you reach your goals? And I think that people need to do that more often. And I know that throughout the 20 years, you've done programming in-house, but you've
Yes.
also done programming off-premise, let's
Yes.
say, right?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about those.
Well, in 2003, 2004, we were asked by the then superintendent of the Camden Public Schools
Right.
to work with alternative school kids
Right.
in the public schools, and we brought a team of artists.
Okay.
We created a program called Stand Up for the Arts.
Okay.
And we brought in poets and actors and
Wow.
sound engineers and
Wow.
visual artists and dance,
Right.
and they broke up in teams.
Okay.
And within that year, they, in each one of those teams were a separate art form.
Wow.
So you had the dance team, the poetry team,
Right.
the theater team and all of that. They ended up producing a documentary movie called Camden Nation that was written by the students. And we presented it. It was before we had the center here, but we presented it at the Morristown Mall movie theater.
Oh.
And we were told when we went in with the kids that these kids are in a holding pattern, we don't know if they're going to drop out or whatever. Well, we kept 5 kids from dropping out of school.
What?
Yeah, and the attendance went up 20% because it was like, hey, every Friday we knew we were going to come here back to school with idea, to be able to be, in this part, to be able to write the script, to be able to write lyrics to a song.
Right.
We also did a project that, and those kids still are here, they're still around, they talk about, what idea has done for them.
Right.
One student with the Rutgers just graduated from Rutgers University, Yakima Sample.
Oh, wow.
And she was one of those ones who, were sort of pivoting in her education career, and the arts really pushed her life forward.
Right.
And so,
and have you seen examples of that where, again, I'm sure, there's many more examples over 20 years where they're on a specific path and then the arts kind of come into the space and allow for them to see things maybe a little bit differently?
I think that's why I stay around.
Yeah.
Because I think, the arts really tap into our humanity.
Right.
At the same time, it gives the kids the opportunity to really understand what their potential is in terms of, creating something in a cooperative group.
Interesting.
So if you're going to produce the next, CD or music CD or whatever, you have to work with the producer, the director. You have to, write the lyrics to the song. You have to get the sound engineering. Exactly. And we did a project one year with Dr. Donald Byrd, who's my buddy. He passed away years ago. Always like to pay tribute to him. He was a world-renowned jazz musician.
Wow.
And he had what was called music and math equals art theory.
Really?
And that he used telephone numbers and the kids' names to create melody and
really?
Yes. And so they actually took their name and their Jonathan Whitney, who I'm working with now. We're going to do this project in Atlantic City with Chickamauga Beach with the kids.
Yeah.
That particular concept of music, plus, math equals art really gave them the opportunity to produce this album about the life of Donald Byrd.
Wow.
He worked with Dizzy and Coltrane, and then we had poets to work with the kids to come up with their their spoken word monologues. So we produced this CD with the kids.
And I loved what you were talking about as far as that teamwork, and we touched a little bit on the village, but the ability to work in a team environment. I'm sure that there's individual projects that are available through the IDEA programming, but the team environment and understanding the importance of being able to get along and being able to figure out, what needs to happen in your role within a larger project.
Absolutely.
And the responsibility of that.
We have a program called the IDEA Video Magazine.
Oh, I love this.
And the Camden parents that, their kids are between the ages of 7 and 13.
Okay.
And they come here and the parents are like sort of there with them. We ask that the parents come.
Yeah.
And they have told us time and time again the change they've seen. What we're doing is we're helping the kids to produce a TV show.
Yeah.
To be behind the scenes as well as in front of the camera, but mainly how to produce a TV show, how to understand the whole idea of TV production.
Yeah.
We started this whole concept years ago with Lori Wilson.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember Lori Wilson at Channel 10.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she used to do the 10 show.
Yes.
Yes, she's actually one of my board members.
Oh my goodness.
And she, we had actually, started a program like the IDEA Video Magazine previously, where the kids created a show called get to know before you judge. Because they figured that
wonderful.
many people, when you hear Camden,
Yeah.
the whole connotation of Camden is very negative.
Yeah.
So these kids said, you know what, we want to do a rebuttal to the 2020
Yeah.
documentary where they talked about the things that weren't happening in Camden.
Yeah.
These kids talked about the positive things that were
Absolutely.
happening in Camden with the kids.
Absolutely.
And they called their show Get to Know Before You Judge.
Get to know before you judge. Well, maybe we'll be able to bring that back.
I hope so.
I hope so.
You're going to
Yeah.
help us
well,
do that.
the magazine show is coming back. That's for
Okay.
sure. That's for sure. Kids in front of the
great.
camera, behind the camera.
Right.
It's important. It's important because they have stories to tell. And
Absolutely.
you know that I sit up here and I talk about that and the ability for entrepreneurs to tell their stories, but these children, and the majority of these children have lived lives you as adults that may be out in the This Is It TV community could not even imagine. And they must put a
Yes.
smile on every day and they laugh.
The resilience.
They are stronger than you can imagine, probably stronger than you are.
Right.
And the things that they've had to see in life and the things that they've had to endure. And when they walk through these doors, we transport them into another
Absolutely.
place and educate them in a way that really stimulates all their mind and their energy and all this wonderful things. So the magazine show is coming back. That you heard me say it, so now I have to do it. The magazine show is coming back. We're going to
Right.
be able to figure that out. Now, I know that we were talking, you know, and I bring up the valleys and the hills and how that works. And I know with a nonprofit of 20 years, there has been valleys and there has been hills. And I really want to talk, because I know that the two of us are working towards this overarching campaign that you will see. It's called Create Camden. We aren't going anywhere. We are committed.
Absolutely.
We are committed to the youth of Camden. We are committed to bringing the arts and media services to them, so in a sense of education, in a beautiful place. But we need, in order for that to happen, right? I mean, talk about when you're mentioning your documentaries and video equipment and a magazine show. All of these things need resource.
Absolutely.
All of these things need support and help, right?
The arts are in other communities. A lot of communities are sort of a luxury, or
An extra.
it's an extra kind of thing that kids can take piano lessons, and they get a chance to go behind this with theater. Our kids here, in order for us to do something like this, we need funding. And arts are always the first thing to go.
Always.
Even though the arts, if you were to turn the music off
Right.
and turn the TV off or whatever, what would you have?
What would you have?
Yet the arts are ignored.
Yep.
But the arts are so important for our life, the creativity of our lives.
Yes.
So it really is imperative for people to understand that in giving to the arts, you're actually elevating the quality of this country and the people and the lives of our people.
For sure.
Because when you talk about civilizations that don't respect culture, that don't really understand that culture is important, our history is important to move forward, then you don't have those models to talk about humanity and the goodness within people's heart. And so we want people to understand that you're not giving for frivolous reasons
absolutely.
here.
Yes.
I'm going to see a play. I'm going to,
Yes.
which is good. It's
Yes.
okay. We can
Entertainment
always
is good.
do that. It's always, we're in here with Live Nation, and
Right.
they do, but the arts really are something in many ways it's a sort of a spiritual experience.
Of course.
And so it's nebulous, but it's hard to define. But but what gets into that person, that child, when they experience the art, is a change. Is a kind of metamorphosis that happens. And so we need your support. We need your support in order to pay our rent here, and in order to pay the utilities here, and our insurance here, and it's an expensive endeavor.
Yeah, it is.
And I have to mention my husband. If it wasn't for my husband, supporting me, I wouldn't be able to do this. At the same time, my friends and family, I would get, I can't do this. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
I don't know why I'm here. Why am I doing that? Yes, you can do it. Make it, keep going. Don't walk away. And so my theme has always been never give up.
Never give up. Never give up. And I think that it's important for people to understand that these arts, the culture, media, the storytelling that they are being taught,
Yes.
you know, being able to express themselves. Not everybody can, you know, write dissertations. Not everyone, you know what I mean, can even stand in front of an audience and do what we do on a regular basis. But what these children now have the opportunity to do, now they have the opportunity to create something and own that and have a sense of that and be able to look at that and be like, I was part of that. And if you can help in contributing, whether it's volunteering your time, whether it's donating $10 at a time, whatever it is that you have, or if you have a corporation that is interested in sponsoring IDEA and the Performing Arts Center and getting your brand involved in some performances and supporting the Youth's Magazine TV show that's coming.
Yes.
You know, it's going to be really important for us to be able to determine what we need, and we're working on that, and we know what we need in order to be able to put together proper programming for you, for the youth. We want your help. We need your help.
We need your help.
We need your help in order to be able to make that happen. Cynthia's not going anywhere. The youth of Camden need arts, media. They need the IDEA Performing Arts Center. They need a place to go in order to be creative and really be able to learn the art of storytelling in whatever medium, So I know that we are providing a link, a donation link, yay, and you're gonna see that on IG Creative and This Is It TV and sent out by me personally, and you can find that on IDEA's social media platforms and their website as well, because we want you to be, it to be easy for you to contribute, for you to be involved. And if you have ideas, right, about things that you'd like to see, or ideas or concepts that these children can get involved in, or projects that they can get involved in, we'd be more than happy.
And they'll be able to see this continuously on This Is It TV, the link.
Yes.
You know, when you do that, you'll be able to see all the different things that are happening throughout the Delaware Valley.
Yes.
At the same time, every show that she's doing is going to be here at the IDEA Performing Arts Center. And then it also gives our kids the opportunity to work behind the scenes. So we're also looking for, you know, students, teenagers or students or to come and help produce this show with Taquan Allen.
Please.
And, you know, it really, to me, the opportunity that students, and I also understand you're going to be teaching a course in media.
Yes, it'll be so fun.
Here,
Absolutely. And our goal is to be able to provide them with the education and tools that they need, to be responsible on social media, to be responsible with their voices. I hear you. To be responsible, you know, in the way in which they communicate and learning proper ways in order for that to happen. And from that communication, we create art. And it will be a beautiful thing. So we're looking to make that happen Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if you have students that are interested in participating, please let us know. We're also looking to offer an evening class as well. We'll have all of that information out through IDEA Performing Arts, as well as through This Is It TV. But we are committed to the city of Camden. We are committed to creating Camden and doing as much as we possibly can to bring the youth of this city as much arts and culture as we possibly can, right?
And I want to mention there are so many other arts organizations in the city that no one really, you know, the Unity Community Center and you know, Superior Arts and Sophisticated Sisters, Caress, you know, Entertainment, all these arts organizations that are making a difference in the lives of our kids. Camden Repertory Theater.
Yes.
You know, all of these groups who are taking the arts and have seen, you know, a tremendous, amazing kinds of things. Where these kids have gone on to college, they've come back, they've made a name for themselves. You know, now they want to come back. You know, Camden is growing, they want to come back. But there's not very many places for them to work at and have the kinds of experience where they can work behind the scenes with professionals like you. You know,
and we want that to be a home. We want this to be a home for that.
Absolutely.
And for Camden to really be a mecca of arts and culture. And we are excited about that. And with your help, right?
I'm right here.
With your help, we can make it happen. So we definitely, this is a call to action, whether it is, again, Idea Performing Arts Center, it's something that's so close to our heart here at This Is It TV, or it's a passion that you have. We encourage you to get involved. We encourage you to get out there and contribute to something aside from yourself. Take the necessary time and the contribution, small or large, that you have available, and make sure that you give back to your community or a great cause. We are so happy that Cynthia joined us today
Thank
on
you
This
so
Is It TV.
much.
Oh my gosh, it was an honor, and we will continue to work with Cynthia and the Idea Performing Arts Center to provide you with quality programming each and every day. Tune in tomorrow for more This Is It TV. We live stream from the Idea Performing Arts Center every morning at 9 a.m. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Bill Morgan.
Bill,
Thanks.
shout out to Bill.